Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 138th Annual Spring Convocation of the University of Manitoba. My name is Mel Braun. I'm an Associate Professor of Voice at the Desautels Faculty of Music, and this afternoon I will be your Master of Ceremonies. We know that you're going to want to take pictures of your graduates, but we ask that you do so from your seats so as not to block the stage. Also, if you could just remember to turn off your cell phones, that'll make everybody happy. Following the ceremony, outside the Curry Place pedway will be the scene of a reception, and we invite you to head out that way and meet with your graduate. They've got strawberries, really cool little desserts, and coffee and punch and things like that. Next, I would like to welcome the guests who are seated here to my left. These are special guests of the President of our university, as well as being guests of recipients of special honors and awards at this afternoon's ceremony. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to rise for the entrance of the academic party and our graduating students. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 138th Annual Spring Convocation of the University of Manitoba. My name is Mel Braun. I'm an Associate Professor of Voice at the Desautels Faculty of Music, and this afternoon I will be your Master of Ceremonies. We know that you're going to want to take pictures of your graduates, but we ask that you do so from your seats so as not to block the stage. Also, if you could just remember to turn off your cell phones, that'll make everybody happy. Following the ceremony, outside the Curry Place pedway will be the scene of a reception, and we invite you to head out that way and meet with your graduate. They've got strawberries, really cool little desserts, and coffee and punch and things like that. Next, I would like to welcome the guests who are seated here to my left. These are special guests of the President of our university, as well as being guests of recipients of special honors and awards at this afternoon's ceremony. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to rise for the entrance of the academic party and our graduating students. Now, graduates, I know you've just taken your seats, but we'd ask that you please rise and join Justin Odwack of the Des Hôtels Faculty of Music in the singing of O Canada, and then remain standing for the traditional honor song brought to you by Justina McKay.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is David Barnard. I'm the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Manitoba. The University of Manitoba campuses are located on original lands of Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories, we acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. It's a pleasure to be able to welcome you here for the 138th Annual Spring Convocation to celebrate the achievements of the graduates who are seated before us. I want to acknowledge the presence of our Chancellor, Mr. Harvey Sector, and welcome today's recipient of our highest honor, the honorary doctorate degree, Mr. Thomas Denton, and also to welcome to our platform today the Honorable Dr. Philip Lee and Dr. Donald Whitmore, honorary graduates of this university, Dr. John Forster, distinguished alumni recipient, and Mrs. Dawn Nedowin-Masick, President of the Alumni Association. Also on the platform, members of the senior administration of the university, deans, directors, student representatives, and faculty members who have played an important role in the achievements that we celebrate today. So congratulations, graduates. This coming Canada Day, just a few weeks away, our nation celebrates its 150th birthday, and earlier this year, on February 28th, the University of Manitoba marked its 140th. I'm sure that you have found or will find your own ways to recognize these milestones. Here at the University of Manitoba, we've used the occasion to reflect on the theme of identity. Who are we? One core value that has come out of this discussion has been the importance of leadership and the many ways in which our students, researchers, and alumni are leaders in our community and beyond. One area where we're collectively demonstrating leadership is in the reconciliation journey. As the first university in Canada to issue a formal apology to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, we've committed to a renewed relationship and dialogue with First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples based on the principles of mutual trust, respect, and reciprocity. The first graduate of this institution was a Métis scholar named Reginald William Gunn, who took honors in natural sciences and was awarded the Governor General's Silver Medal. Since then, more Indigenous lawyers, social workers, and engineers have graduated from the University of Manitoba than from any other post-secondary institution in Canada. Many are graduating this week. Leaders who are inspiring those around them and changing the course of their lives through education. We can also all be proud of the central role the University of Manitoba plays in the economic, cultural, and public life of this province. As Manitoba's only research-intensive university, we drive the innovation that keeps this province competitive and educate its industry, government, and community leaders. Think for a moment where we would be as a province, as a world, without the leadership of the University of Manitoba and its amazing people. Where would we be if research pioneers like Baldur Stephenson had not seen the potential benefits of the rapeseed plant and developed canola, now a billion-dollar industry from which so many of us in this province benefit? Or if our engineers had not developed smart technologies to improve infrastructure? If our environmental scientists had not tracked the impact of climate change? If our sociologists had not analyzed the impact of poverty on crime rates? And where would we be without our visual artists to help us see ourselves and our world in new ways, or our musicians to uplift us? I think we can all acknowledge that this institution we love so dearly, that has played a special part in our lives, has had an enduring impact on our community and on communities around the world. And with our $500 million Front and Center campaign, we will ensure sustained and enriched growth for Manitobans for an additional century and a half and more. Just a few weeks ago, along with our partners Great West Life, Investors Group, and Power Corporation of Canada, we announced a new leadership institute that will ensure leadership permeates learning in all disciplines across our university. You, the students who graduate today as tomorrow's researchers, family counselors, nurses, pharmacists, physical and occupational therapists, dentists, you will be tomorrow's leaders. We celebrate what you've already accomplished, the successful completion of your studies, but more than that, we look forward to how you will use your experience and knowledge to lead us. We need you to be leaders as we forge deeper into the 21st century at breakneck speed. We need you to heal us when our health fails. We need your counsel, care, and compassion. During your time here at the university, through your questions, your expectations, your interests, your enthusiasms, each of you has certainly changed yourself and this institution for the better. And now we look forward to what you will do as you go on and change the world. So thank you for being students at the University of Manitoba. We're proud of what you have accomplished, and we expect to be even more proud of what you will accomplish during your careers. Now, if I could say just a word to family and friends who've come. As you know, this isn't the way we usually dress on campus. We're dressed in these robes, both the students who are graduating and those of us on the platform, to remind ourselves that we're part of something that's much larger than the University of Manitoba, a tradition of scholarship where students come to learn from people who are experts in their fields and then move on to make their own contributions. It's a tradition that goes back hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, and we're proud to be part of it. But I want to encourage you, don't let the strangeness of the dress or the formality of the ceremony detract from what is intended also to be a family and friend affair. You came here, each of you, to celebrate the accomplishments probably of one student on the floor here in front of us. And there will be a moment when there is time to do that, and we welcome your contribution. Some of you will be content with applause, some not. Some of you will want to do more. It might get vocal. Some of you might have brought devices that can contribute, sound, and we welcome all of that. I would just ask for two considerations. Number one, not so much that it spills over to affect the next person who's coming forward. And second, enough that it generates your pride and your love, but not any sense of surprise at what's been accomplished.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Shauna Labman, an assistant professor in the Faculty of Law at Robson Hall, and I am honored to be reading this citation today. The highest honor the Senate of a university can confer upon an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, this criteria include distinguished achievement in scholarship, the arts, or public service. Our honorary graduate this afternoon is Mr. Thomas Denton. He is a beacon of safety for refugees arriving in an unfamiliar land. Mr. Denton has broken down the systemic injustices facing families running from war and unrest in their home country. In fact, Mr. Denton is known as the godfather of refugee resettlement in Canada. For this former lawyer and newspaper publisher, it has become a lifelong journey of compassion. Mr. Denton first extended a helping hand 4 decades ago when his Rotary Club agreed to sponsor a family escaping Vietnam. His background in law and his unyielding moral conscience found a perfect fit. Now, much of his policy and advocacy work for the rights of refugees is considered protocol around the world. For nearly 2 decades, Mr. Denton was the executive director of the International Centre of Winnipeg. He led the integration of thousands of people through the federal government's assisted refugee program. He helped so many, but for him it wasn't enough. Frustrated by the number of refugees turned away, Mr. Denton created a platform through his church to privately sponsor more. Many were family members of the refugees brought in by the center, creating what he called the echo effect, and what colleagues called the Denton effect. After retiring in 2000, he continued to inform immigration policy and procedure across the globe, and he didn't stay retired for long. In 2006, he became the executive director of Hospitality House Refugee Ministry, a position he still holds. Mr. Denton continues to help privately sponsored refugees wade through the reams of legalese and in turn sponsor their own relatives, reuniting families who have been torn apart. Winnipeg is the capital of privately sponsored refugees. Despite having only 2% of Canada's population, we have settled about 1/3 of our nation's refugees. And this is Mr. Denton's legacy. By all estimates, he has personally been involved in the settlement of more than 40,000 refugees. Footnotes about his life might be considered the pinnacle of success for others. Mr. Denton served 14 years in the Canadian Naval Reserve, leaving as a lieutenant commander. He was a successful corporate lawyer and the founding publisher of the Winnipeg Sun. He's also been induced into the Order of Manitoba. And most especially, he's been married to his wife, June, for 60 years. Mr. Denton is still the face who greets refugees at the airport and a passionate spokesperson for the refugee crisis, which he calls the fundamental moral issue of our time. His understanding of refugees is not only principled and just, but pragmatic. He believes our nation is in desperate need of new Canadians as they create jobs and economic prosperity. He takes pride in stories from immigrant parents about their children's success at university. He knows the process works, and he knows we are all the better for it. And he knows we can and we must still do more. There are over 60 million displaced people on this planet, and it seems Mr. Denton is determined to help in any way he can. He tells a story from a friend, also deep in the plight of refugees. His friend was standing on the shore of the Gulf of Aden in Djibouti. A merchant ship pulled in as close as it could. They began to throw refugees overboard. The fishermen of the village headed out with their nets and trawled for the men, the women, the children. They gathered them in their nets, brought them to shore, where villagers waited with blankets and broth. And then the fishermen headed out again to bring in more men, more women, more children. It's an apt metaphor for Mr. Denton's life. Let us all be so very thankful for the net he has cast for so many. Mr. Chancellor, it is an honor for me to ask on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba that you confer on Mr. Thomas Ralston Denton the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Denton.
Chancellor Sector, President Barnard, members of the University Senate and the Board of Governors, members of the Academy, distinguished guests, graduands of 1971, and friends and families. 62 years ago, I spoke to my first graduating class. I was the class valedictorian. I remember some of what I said with the enthusiasm of youth. Life is an adventure and ought to be lived adventurously. Today, with the possibility, at least, of wisdom that is supposed to come with old age, I would remember that advice from 1955 a little differently. Life is obligation and ought to be lived responsibly. Your life will present obligations in many forms, whether they are to family or society or the planet. The most remarkable thing that has happened in my lifetime has been the unfolding realization that the universe illustrates the definition of infinity. Yet within that immensity, the photos of planet Earth from space are the most beautiful thing I've seen. We must look after our unique home. It also strikes me daily that despite postulations about life out there is more life in my city backyard than what is yet proven beyond our planet. I am a lawyer by training, and my various careers have always tapped into law's teachings. The one great fundamental that I have learned is that laws are moral minimums, and they are no defense against sheer power. My work in recent years has been in the fields of refugees and immigration. Canada is celebrating 150 years of existence as a nation. Yet my family's European roots on this continent were planted 15 generations ago, in the early 1600s, long before there was a Canada. My own Indigenous roots go back 12,000 years. This is my home and my native land. That is why it saddens me that for the past 3 generations, we have operated Canada as a gated community, letting in the right people, a description that has changed from time to time, and the right numbers. It has cost us dearly. Like Esau, we have squandered our birthright. He did it for a mess of pottage. We did it to protect vested interests. Hear these facts. In 1910, Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier proclaimed that the 20th century belonged to Canada. He based that on the knowledge that Canada was then open to immigration. He expected that Canada would reach 100 million by the year 2000. In 1913, we welcomed 400,000 immigrants, equivalent to more than 5% of our then population. We have never achieved that number since. Current landings are less than 1%. In 1900, the United States had a population lead on us of 71 million. Today, it leads us by 290 million. The state of California has 4 million more people than all of Canada. You could fit California into the bottom 2/3 of Manitoba. The reason is simple. The U.S. opened itself to immigration, and Canada gated. Had Laurier's plans and vision been realized, today our population would be equivalent to Japan's 125 million. 1.5 times that of Germany and double that of the United Kingdom. And you could fit those 3 countries into Ontario with room left over. Those are 3 nations essentially without natural resources in the way that we tend to think of natural resources. There is a fundamental difference. They know that their people are their greatest natural resource. We seem to have overlooked that. Think what those numbers could have meant for Canada as a power and a role model on the world stage. And we wouldn't be essentially defenseless as we are now. The U.S. military is 22 times the size of ours. Laws are moral minimums and no defense against sheer power. But there's another aspect to this. Most have forgotten or never knew that we closed our doors to the sponsoring of one's relatives under the assisted relative class a 1/4 century ago. We canceled the program. The only avenue left for sponsoring a brother or a sister, and only if they're refugees, is the tiny and numerically inadequate private sponsorship of refugees program. We have created an underclass of new Canadians, numbering in the millions, who are unable to reunite their families, even when their relatives are suffering the extremes of the refugee experience. These Canadians want one thing: let my people in. But the laws don't permit. Is this a civil rights issue? Laws are moral minimums. We know that the annual demand to get into Canada is likely 3 times what the annual levels plan of successive national governments has permitted. My challenge to you, the next generation, following the 3 that have kept us gated, is to open those gates and let people in. Please see that as your obligation and your adventure. Make Canada your vested interest and make us truly great. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Janice Ristock, Provost and Vice President Academic, and I'm very pleased to introduce the recipient of this year's Saunderson Award for Outstanding Teaching. This award recognizes a University of Manitoba educator who has demonstrated continuing teaching excellence and made significant contributions to advancing teaching and learning at our university as well as at the national and international level. Eligible candidates are academic staff members who have taught at the University of Manitoba for more than 10 consecutive years. This year's recipient is Dr. Cheryl Zelenitsky of the Rady Faculty of Health Sciences. Beautiful. If you ask students what they think of Dr. Cheryl Zelenitsky, they'll tell you about how she challenges them to be their best. Her commitment to maintaining high academic standards has inspired her students to achieve more than they ever thought they could. They'll tell you how this outstanding pharmacy professor is always there to listen, to push them beyond the memorization of facts, and to teach them to critically apply their knowledge to improve patient care in the communities they serve. No wonder Dr. Zelenitsky has been honored with no less than 23 awards for her teaching excellence since joining the University of Manitoba in 1993. She teaches some of the most complex topics in infectious disease and antibiotics in a challenging era of emerging infections and rising resistance. She knows it's more important than ever to shape the pharmacy professionals of tomorrow to be critical thinkers, given the key role they play within the healthcare team. Her teaching excellence extends beyond the classroom with one-on-one mentorship of students in clinical care settings. Her own passion for her work has inspired many a student to discover their unique path in research, both at the graduate and undergraduate level. Dr. Zelenitsky is forever evolving as an educator. Her expertise in curriculum mapping and program evaluation are recognized nationally and internationally. Her profound commitment, whether in the classroom, the lab, or at the administrative level, has most certainly contributed to the success of the College of Pharmacy, whose graduates consistently perform among the top in Canada on their licensing exams. I'm very pleased to ask Dr. Cheryl Zelenitsky to come forward and accept the Dr. and Mrs. H.H. Saunderson Award for Excellence in Teaching.
We now turn our attention to the academic achievements of our graduating students. Before proceeding with the conferral of degrees, we'd like to recognize the students who have achieved the highest standing in their classes. The Governor General's Bronze Medal, awarded to the student with the highest academic standing in a 2-year diploma program other than agriculture, goes to Jasmine Bonenfant. Jasmine is graduating today with a diploma in dental hygiene. She graduated from Tekvok High School in Winnipeg earlier. During her time at the University of Manitoba, Jasmine served as student rep for the Manitoba Dental Hygienists Association, and as part of her coursework, worked with communities where access to dental hygiene care is limited, providing tools, education, and resources to individuals at risk for oral disease. This work reinforced for her the importance of being active in the community and influenced her to make that a priority in her career. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Governor General's Bronze Medal, Jasmine Bonenfant. The University Gold Medal in Dentistry goes to Ryan Howard. Ryan is a graduate of Kelvin High School and spent a significant amount of time in research, both as an undergraduate science student and as a dental student. He credits his research experience with helping develop his critical thinking, his problem-solving skills, and, of course, his perseverance. During his studies, Ryan also devoted his time to several extramural hospital internships, which have allowed him to gain new perspective in patient treatment, independence, and confidence in decision-making. He graduates today with a Doctor of Dental Medicine and a Bachelor of Science in Dentistry degree. Congratulations. The University Gold Medal in Nursing goes to Deborah Chan. Deborah is a graduate of Fort Richmond Collegiate here in Winnipeg, and throughout her 4 years at the university has been a thoroughly engaged student. In her first year, she co-founded Active Minds, a student-led group that seeks to change the conversation about mental health on campus. She was also elected as an associate delegate to the Canadian Nursing Student Association. For 2 summers at the Children's Hospital in Winnipeg, she assisted in the Canadian Health Infant Longitudinal Development Study Birth Cohort, which explores how early life exposures affect the development of chronic diseases. She graduates today with a Bachelor of Nursing degree. And finally, the University Gold Medal in Pharmacy goes to Erica Hartle. Erica is a graduate of the Verdun Collegiate and in Verdun, Manitoba, and also holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of St. Benedict in St. Joseph, Minnesota. In addition to her studies, Erica was involved with the Canadian Association of Pharmacy Students and Interns, both as a class and faculty representative. She also worked as a summer research assistant to complete a review of the novel antibiotic solithromycin, which is in development for the treatment of community-acquired pneumonia and other infections. She graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy degree. Congratulations, Erica. If you check on page 163 of your program, you'll see an extensive list of the medals or the winners of medals and prizes. Please read this list at your leisure. It's now time for Chancellor Harvey Sector to address convocation.
Thank you. Convocations are special events, and it's an honor to be here today to join you, the graduates, your family, and your friends in celebrating the completion of your current programs. Congratulations to all the students who are receiving awards and prizes for their individual accomplishments. To Dr. Zelenitsky for receiving the Dr. and Mrs. H.H. Saunderson Award, and of course to Dr. Tom Denton, our most deserving honorary degree recipient. As you heard the President say, this is our 140th anniversary. And going back to 1877, students, faculty, alumni, and others connected with the University of Manitoba have made significant contributions to the cultural, social, and economic well-being of the people in Manitoba, across Canada, and increasingly throughout the world. During this convocation, we're honoring 8 people with honorary degrees, including a number who, following their studies here at the University of Manitoba, went on to make an impact here and across the country. We're also honoring those who, although not alumni, have led lives that reflect the values that we cherish. Dr. Denton is one of those people. Several years ago, at a conference of the Community Foundations of Canada, Governor General David Johnston, another recipient of an honorary degree from this university, said, "Imagine our country as it could be, a smart and caring nation where all can succeed, contribute, and develop their talents to the fullest potential." Almost all of us on the platform and throughout the room today are the children or grandchildren of immigrants, many of whom arrived from circumstances that were much less fortunate than we experience here. Dr. Denton, we're pleased to recognize you for 30 years of advocating for refugees and providing assistance and promoting opportunities for new Canadians. Having been involved in the settlement of more than 40,000 refugees, as we've heard, he seems to have lost none of his passion or perseverance to try and make sure that Canada realizes its potential as an open and welcoming place for all. He seems to be the epitome of what Kennedy referred to when he said, "Some see things as they are and say why. I dream things that never were and ask why not." It's a good lesson for all of us to keep in mind. So as you begin the next chapters in your lives, please keep in mind the example of Dr. Denton and the role that dreams can have on our individual lives and the lives of others. Harriet Tubman, a great believer in the power of dreams, said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." And always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. We all hope that as you reflect back on your time at the University of Manitoba, you'll feel that while you were here, you progressed along the path to becoming all that you were really meant to be. Congratulations, best wishes for professional careers and personal lives filled with both great success, much happiness, and personal satisfaction. We wish you all well. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, I now have the honor to request on behalf of the University Senate that you confer upon the candidates the degrees earned by them, as these shall be announced. Will those who are to receive degrees please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degrees and diplomas to which you are severally entitled, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. I also admit in absentia those who've completed the requirements for these degrees and diplomas, but who are not today able to be present. Congratulations, graduates.
Would ask that those graduates in the front row remain standing, and everyone else, you may resume your seats. Mr. Chancellor, may I now present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, with Dean Todd Maunder of the Faculty of Graduate Studies presenting the parchments, and Dr. Janice Ristock, Provost and Vice President Academic, hooding the graduates. Tanya Rose Kazera. Linda Beatrice Ann Wolfe. Ravinder Kaur. Samantha Dawn Pauls. Robbie Matthew Zachariah. Jyoti Balara. Kayi Grace Choi. Farouk Khadem. Jessica Dawn Forbes. MD Niaz Rahim. Mr. Chancellor, may I now present the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Science with majors in medicine, with Associate Dean Kevin Combs hooding the graduates. Yasamin Azbaghi. Kristen Emily Thelma Burrick. Shivani Gupta. Angela Rose Harris. Leanne Jean Sherrico. Jahanseb Hassan Ansari. Elena Bilovicius. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Nursing with Dean Beverly O'Connell of the College of Nursing, Hooding the graduate. McLean Harvey Thiessen. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Occupational Therapy with Dean Reg Urbanovsky of the College of Rehabilitation Sciences, Hooding the graduate. Kamaldeep Singh. And now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the candidate whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Arts with a major in Disability Studies. Dr. Nancy Hansen, Disability Studies Program Director, Hooding the graduate. Yelena Fagis. I'm now pleased to present, Mr. Chancellor, the candidate whom you've admitted to the diploma in population health. Anne Elizabeth Lavin. We now move on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences, with Associate Dean Kevin Combs representing the Rady Faculty of Health Sciences, and he will present the parchments. Bailey Friesen. Erica Joan Mondor. Carissa Lynn Morwick. Allison Popeil. And now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Health Studies. Danielle Diona. Jessica Espiritu. Now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine, with Dean Anthony Jacopino of the College of Dentistry presenting the parchments. Andrew James Benga. Daniel Peter Burchard. Angela Fen Chen. Gurleen Kaur Dhaliwal. Jordan Margaret Dunlop. Amirali Godusi. Zachary Jordan Goldberg. Julia Joanna Jarvis. Alicia Klimkew. Maria Irene Mikos. Nicholas Motika. Urvi Chetan Patel. Chad Nicholas Pennington. Nicole Evelyn Richardson. Dipinder Kaur Samra. Jayun So. Navjeet Kaur Sidhu. Brian Sun. Rafael Neves Tomio. Nathan David Verkane. And now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degrees of Doctor of Dental Medicine and Bachelor of Science in Dentistry. The University Gold Medal winner in dentistry, Ryan Gordon Howard. Stephanie Rayan Cooney. Justin Samuel Diamond. Rachel Farron Goldberg. Artyom Margolin. Jesse Alexander Marks. Lakshmi Mehta. Melissa Phaneuf. Erin Dawn Roloff. Niza Sinkala. David Truong. Christopher Kevin Bloom Ward. Maggie Wen. Now, Mr. Chancellor, we move on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the Diploma in Dental Hygiene, with Director Mary Bertoni of the School of Dental Hygiene presenting the parchments. Rui Akhter. The Governor General's Bronze Medal winner from the School of Dental Hygiene, Jasmine Charlene Rose Bonenfant. Autumn Buchanan. Alyssa Garcia. Tara Hagob. Sabrina Page Hofer. Vesna Kokoska. Shuhue Lee. Hazel Joyce Manlapaz. Veronica Marie Mihik. Evgenia Mosalenko. Rebecca Jane Nickel. Daniel Joseph Rive. Minji Ryu. Pia Salazar. Carissa Courtney Shaw. Connie Song. Melina Sturham. Rebecca Francis Letia. Lena Tran. Natalie Triposka. Mark Philip Uzon. Alexa Lynn Madison Wolf. Hao She. Nicole Lynn Yusi. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Ecology, with Associate Dean Kevin Combs representing the Rady Faculty of Health Sciences. Funmilola Mercy Ali. Ahmad Farhad Asmat. Lauren Elizabeth Babiak. It's all good. Jennifer Kathleen Barlin. Megan Erin Carbot. Samantha Elena Ordóñez de los Reyes. Julianne Dessler. Yetunde Meoa Elemeje. Dika Galgalo. Melissa Gail Smith. Carly Nicole Gimmel. Esther Kluhenki. Megan Dawn Grosdin. Brandy Holden. Sarah Houston. Deidre Lees Hunter. Hannah Elizabeth James. Belati Bundu Kabumba Braun. Eleni Kerkikis. Nicole Brianne Cool. Nicole Lynn Laramie. Nadine Gail Bautista Malit. Carrie Nicole Mandrick. Kathleen Joanne Matuszewski. Catherine Adele Michaluk. Samantha Joan Olea. Edikan Iya Onuk. Tiana Rochelle Petula. Allison Nicole Rempel. Amy Monique Scribner. Shannon Dawn Stevenson. Haley Brooklyn Yeresh. Now, Mr. Chancellor, we move on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Nursing, with Dean Beverly O'Connell of the College of Nursing presenting the parchments. The University Gold Medal winner in nursing, Deborah Chan. Sheena Marie Jade Diaz Abella. Nikita Blair Anderson. Tricia Faye Arceo. Florence Faye Avinante. Ebolulia Sonia Awiwasuku. Daniel Gamechu Ayana. Anne-Marie Bailon. Jocelyn Barinuevo de Jesus. Josephine Barinuevo de Jesus. Jennifer Lynn Bernier. Desiree Ashley Boytson. Jenna Marie Bugera. Eric Alexander Charbon. Hulam Choi. Shine Choi. Joram Jason Conception. Jessica Cook. Jenna Dolman. Julia De Castro. Natalie Joanna de Groot. Danielle Anna de Crane. Angelou de la Cruz. Choi de la Cruz. Titichaya Tanyapasit. Farrell Angelo Cicio Diaz. Charmaine Domingo. Christy Marie Dugray. Raquel Veronica Epp. Rachel Lynn Fair. Sitong Feng. Victoria Rose Flynn. Heidi Jolene Friesen. Erica Ryan Gertson. Caitlin Renee Gertson. Marissa Laureen May Guimond. Amandeep Kaur Harish. Aaron Timothy Herkert. Nan Hu. Charlene Crystal Ibbotson. Ashley Christina Isford. Roxanne May Isla. Alice Jekalek. Anna Kapalus. Kathleen April Katikbak. Tabitha Kazakov. Kristen Elizabeth Kennedy. Catherine Elizabeth Kingsland. Caitlin Hope Clausen. Ala Kuzmenko. Andrew Roderick Leakan. Gico Malon Lazaro. Hilary Nadine Marie Lecoq. Changku Li. Linda Joan Lee. Jinmei Lee. Muzi Lee. Marissa Alin Love. Angela Marie Damilig Malamian. Jenjen Malang. Mayan Moranen. Michelle Ann Mark. Daniel Massacott. Aaron Henry McKay. Patricia Renee Ferrer Mendoza. Kia Maria Malinkovic. Kaya. Casey Alexandra Miller. Oluwatobiloba Moraquinho. Hon Nguyen. Charles Jeremy Ochoa. Kulabibi Boma Okorosaye Orubite. Jenna Olson. Isioma Uju Onyeka. Kayode Omoniyi Otegbade. Marianne Frances Lovelace Ottewell. Aubrey Hope Pagtalunan. Tracy Lynn Bandura Palmer. Megan Elizabeth Pilcher. Clifford Panetta. Jennifer Noreen Popeil. Chelsea Elizabeth Callie Reese. Ludvika Armauta Rojas. Micah Page Rosier. Amanda Lynn Samborski. Melanie Jessica Santini. Mary Charmaine Rose Lasso Santos. Miranda Lee Schmidt. Kinue Shi. Lindsay Stephanie Lee Skelly. Kaylin Taylor Strang. Yu Sun. Tori Maidali Sutella. Kelsey Leanne Sweeney. Chi San Tam. Tatiana Chausov. Johannes Almaz Tekye. Jenny Tien. Catherine Elizabeth Trafton. Laura Jean Trump. John Cedric Ty. Brittany Nicole Joyce Unger. Adina Unruh. Alana Laura Vilhaber. Angela Jane Walker. Tien Wang. Denitra J. Workington. Watsala Shashipraba Webage. Amanda Ray. Mina Youssef. Rayanne Patricia Dawn Zelmer. Dong Zhou. And now finally, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, with Acting Dean Xiaochen Gu of the College of Pharmacy presenting the parchments. The U of M Gold Medal winner in Pharmacy, Erica Laura Ann Hartle. Mariam Ahmed. Sneha Anchan. Conval Singh Aulik. Ravin Boparai. Tegpreet Singh Brar. Kirsten Lee Chell. Nayun Camila Chapman. Sonia Sunita Charan. Danielle Chu. Ariana Shannon Crow. Win Dang. Jenny Lynn Fair. Joseph Carino Joven Hilye. Patricia Gorchitza. Dana Elizabeth Eros Habeck. Jennifer Catherine Linsky. Jessica Victoria Holben. Lee Trisha Horncastle. Rosa Herr. Catherine Elaine Jantz. Celine Jimenez. Emily Jane Kaminsky. Michael Frank Lakowitz. Cole David Lane. David Lee. Vivian Yidan Luo. Craig Garth Mans. Taylor McVannell. Catherine Marie Moore. Alan Fung. Oscar Quach. Jennifer Deanne Rochelle. Brett Robert Rowland. Nicholas Keach Rusnick. Travis William Lloyd Sinclair. Meredith Alexandra Spryzak. Caitlin Gale Taylor. Jackson Tran. Jessica Elizabeth Truong. Scott Van. Amy Binjie Wang.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Dr. Denton, guests and graduates. Congratulations. Today, as you set out to carve your own path, I hope each of you finds inspiration from the alumni who have gone before you and demonstrated that from here, you can go anywhere. If you aspire to be a life-changing healthcare professional, consider the work of alumnus Charles Burns, the father of Canada's trauma system, or Lauren Golub, whose dental research led to the development of Periostat. Whoever you become, wherever you go, our community of University of Manitoba alumni is here to support you. And I encourage you to stay connected. With more than 137,000 graduates in over 138 countries, we are always available to inspire, encourage, advise, and strengthen your career. It is alumni like you who put our university front and center, who will inspire future generations of students. We look forward to celebrating all that you will accomplish. Welcome to our alumni community, and congratulations on your graduation.
This brings our proceedings to an end, so I'd ask that guests on the family and friends on the sides of the auditorium would remain in your places until the academic procession has left the room, and then please follow us and join us for a reception outside. Convocation is in recess.
Thank you.